second. Let me make sure I am multicasting. I don't think that I am. Hold on one second. Pardon the technicalities. It didn't say that I was multicasting. Multicast, active. Okay. It looks like I am. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Faithfully Created. Good morning, Educator. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. What is happening this morning? Let's see. Um, can you all hear me okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. How was carnival season? Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We'll give people just a couple of seconds to hop on. Happy Friday Eve. Oh, it's been a week. Yes. Yes. Yes, I know. I last night I slept really well. So I feel refreshed this morning, but the night before last, I couldn't go to sleep. It was like I just kept having second winds. And so yesterday was a struggle for me. It was just kind of like I was going through the motions and making myself do. But hopefully today is a much better day. How is Zulu? Yes, today is a better day, faithfully created. Oh no, you didn't go. Did it end up raining? My middle son from Huntsville was down there. He made I guess they were thinking about it the whole time, but he told me at the last minute that they were going. So they went down there and they had a really nice time. They got there Friday, I think, and came back Sunday. So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead. I want to respect everybody's time. Good morning. Welcome in. No one wanted to get up before dawn to go down there. So crowded. I understand. I understand. Sometimes it's just better to observe from afar, you know? All right. Well, good morning, everybody. We are getting ready to do our reading from the Daily Stoic. Of course, we focused in January, we focused on clarity. There's always a theme for the month. So the theme for January was clarity. The theme for February is passions and emotions. Passions and emotions. I'm also going to come back. I promised you all yesterday, I had some homework and we talked about grit and we talked about a book and theories about grit written by Angela Duckworth. And she had four components of kind of action steps or identifications, factors that led to grit. And I want to tell you what her factors were. So I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Don't let me forget. And then today is February 9th, and the topic for today's reflection is the banquet of life. The banquet of life. This is a quote by Epictetus. Remember to conduct yourself in life as if at a banquet. Mm. As something being passed around comes to you, reach out your hand and take a moderate helping. Does it pass you by? Don't stop it. It hasn't come yet. Don't burn in desire for it, but wait until it arrives in front of you. Act this way with children, a spouse, toward a position, with wealth. One day it will make you worthy of a banquet with all the gods. Interesting. All right, here's the reflection. The next time you see something that you want, remember Epictetus' metaphor of life's banquet. As you find yourself getting excited, ready to do anything and everything to go get it, the equivalent of reaching across the table and grabbing a dish out of someone else's hands, just remind yourself that's bad manners and it's unnecessary. Welcome in, you all. Welcome in. Then wait patiently for your turn. This metaphor has other interpretations too. For instance, good morning, welcome in. For instance, we might reflect that we're lucky to have been invited to such a wonderful feast, so we're expressing gratitude. Or that we should take our time and savor the taste of what's on the offer, which is enjoying the present moment. But to stuff ourselves sick with food and drink serves no one, least of all our health. Remember, gluttony is a deadly sin after all. At the end of the meal, it's rude not to help the host clean up and do the dishes. That's selfishness. And finally, that next time is our turn to host and treat others just as we had been treated, and that's charity. Enjoy the meal. Wow. I've never, ever considered life and the things that is powerful, faithfully created. I've never considered life and the things that we have in front of us in life as a banquet in those terms. Very, very interesting and powerful. So, the takeaways for me are if we're at a wonderful feast, we're thankful to be invited, to have been invited to the feast. We're sitting at the table, so we're thankful for that. We're showing gratitude. We take our time to be present in the moment. Y'all, for me, that is very, very difficult to do. And I'm finding with the more distractions I have, the more things that are placed in front of me, whether it be work, whether it be this wonderful opportunity for social connections, whether it be just whatever it may be, other organizations, I have a very hard time enjoying the present moment and just being present. I'm multitasking all of the time. So I'm missing certain things. So that's an action step for me to work on enjoying the present time and being in the moment, being present in the moment. And then it goes on to, but to stuff ourselves sick with food and drink serves no one. Okay. Gluttony is a deadly sin after all. So we can't take from everybody else. We can't take from everybody else. Yes, educator, I get it. I get it. We can't take and just absorb, absorb, absorb. I love the saying that Tracy, Repurpose Resale, always says everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. So we're not going to try to eat all the food because we're scared that somebody else is going to get our lamb chop or whatever. Everybody can eat. And at the end of the meal, it's rude not to help the host clean up and do the dishes. That's selfishness. So I'm not going to be invited to this wonderful feast that I'm grateful for. I'm not going to sit there and not enjoy the moment. I'm working on enjoying the moments and focus so I can be present. I'm not going to eat all the food and be gluttonous. And now, when everything is over, it's time for me to not think about me and say, okay, I'm full, I'm happy, I'm good, and just leave. It's time to pitch in and help the host so that I'm not being selfish. It's not just about me, it's about the entire occasion. And we all can contribute to that and not be selfish. And finally, the next time is our turn to host. So it's our time to give back and show charity. And by charity, we show full appreciation of the occasion and the opportunity. So I think about and he also says to enjoy the meal. And I think that's a part of being present with the whole experience, being present. Um, one of the things that I tend to think about, I shared yesterday that this is a time of reflection for me. I observe Lent, so I'm on a Lenten journey. And yesterday, I took the time to really just be quiet and think about what I wanted this Lenten journey to look like from top to bottom and what I wanted to really accomplish overall, the things that I wanted to reflect upon and improve upon, and journal every day how I'm doing with those. And I took that big goal and I created just small goals for the week. This week, they're daily goals. Next week, I'll have a large weekly goal and then I'll break them up into daily action steps. But having the opportunity for me during the Lenten season and really taking the time to sit and be still and focus and be grateful gives us time to really become more spiritual beings. Good morning, welcome in. It gives us time to really think about what our lives look like right now and what we want them to look like. One of the things that this passage talked about is being present, and life is so busy. We are pulled in so many different directions, and I can say we as women, as mothers, as wives, some are caregivers. Um, we tend to drop everything, or not drop everything. I shouldn't say that. Let me correct myself. I misspoke. We take on everything, and we're super women, or we think we are. We're super women. But what are we missing when we multitask? What are we missing when we multitask? Are we able to get multiple things done? Absolutely. Absolutely. Are we able to get multiple things done well? Possibly. Possibly. Are we able to be excellent at all that we're doing? I know for me, the answer is no. Educator said, I do. And this is exactly the issue I'm having now with myself. I understand. I understand. Do you find yourself pulling yourself in different directions and then you're not doing anything quite well or getting the things that you want to accomplish, but little bits and pieces of lots of different things that just don't add up to one thing? I can relate. I can so relate. Oh, I can so relate. Yes, 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 yes. You pull and pull and pull and pull. And yesterday, it was so interesting because a lot of times we don't even know that we're doing it. Um, because yesterday was just a true day of reflection for me. And it was so funny because I found myself, as I was intentional, trying to be intentional about the things that I was doing, I found myself stopping. Now, this was during work. I found myself stopping in the middle of one task, starting another, forgetting what I was working on the other task. Had to go back and see, well, what was I supposed to do with this? And just take the time to think about it, put everything back together, get my thoughts in order again, continue the process. Oh, here's someone calling. Let me stop this. Let me answer the phone. Oh, an email popped up. Let me get off the phone. Or while I'm on the phone, I'm reading the email. That's chaos. That's absolute chaos. And for me to think that I'm actually productive, and I thought I was being productive because I'm getting all these things done. But am I really? I mean, really, when you look at it and when you think about it, I'm not saying that it's it's not possible to not multitask. Okay, don't get me wrong. Good morning, welcome in. Don't get me wrong. I know that we have to multitask. I know that we are, we're driven women, we're driven men, we're successful in the things that we do. So we have to have that personality of getting it done. I get that. But there's a way to go about it to not be so frazzled and not be so chaotic about it. Get into a mania, if you will. Focus on one thing at a time. Time blocking, that's something that I used to do and got away from it. I was so much more, if I'm honest with myself, I was so much more productive when I time blocked. There was a time for emails, addressing everything that happened yesterday, preparing for the day. That was a time block. After that time block, there was a focused task for the day for so many hours or, whatever your time may be. Boom, that's all I focused on. Everything else was non existent. I don't care who called, unless it was a family member, of course. I don't care who called. I don't care who sent an email. Urgent, urgent, urgent. I need, I need, I need. Darling, procrastination on your part does not create an emergency on mine. This is my focus. I got to get back to that. Y'all help me realize that. Faithfully Created said, I used to multitask in my sleep, thinking about the agenda for the next day. Absolutely. And how did you sleep? You didn't sleep well, did you? Because when our minds are racing like that, we can't get our REM sleep. We don't get the rest that we need. You woke up tired. Absolutely. Absolutely. You woke up tired. And when you wake up tired, you haven't rested, you haven't given your body, and I'm just not saying this to you, you know I'm talking to me. You haven't given your body the opportunity to recover and refresh to give you the energy for the next day. And we run on fumes and we start to think that that's normal. That's what I do. We run on fumes and we start to think that that's normal. And we get caught up in the expectation of that being the norm. Educator said, I do the same thing and sleep horribly, waking up every hour, looking at the clock, thinking about what needs to be done. Yeah, absolutely. It was normal, Faithfully Created said it was normal, but now I know better. Isn't that beautiful? Growth, growth, growth. And that's all we can ask for is to grow. We live on this earth for a finite amount of time, and our goal is to be better today than we were yesterday, and to make sure we're giving back to make this great place that we live on a better place. Um, I've got to get this was really good for me, and I appreciate you all talking and chatting and the engagement in the chat because you've really helped me identify some things today that I need to do that I hadn't thought about. I am going back to time blocking. I am going back to being present in the moment. I am going back to really being focused and not trying to do 1,000 things at one time and doing none of them well. So many times, my husband says this all the time. I always kind of bring him into these discussions, but I think we've learned a lot from each other. And one of the things that he's always said, and he's always told his team is, um, oh my goodness, I just lost it. Essentially, that being busy does not mean that you're being productive. Being busy does not mean that you're being productive. Now, he has a cuter phrase for it, but essentially, that's what it means. Being busy does not mean that you're being productive. Being busy is busy. Being productive is using that time to actually get things accomplished and moving something forward. Okay. Activity does not equal productivity. Maybe that was it. I don't know. I'll find out. And that'll be my homework for tonight. I'll give you the cute phrase. But essentially, we have to look at the end result and not just being busy. One thing I wanted to follow up on as well is yesterday we talked about grit and we talked about Angela Duckworth, who is the author of Grit, and she has this a theory about really what grit is and what determines grit. And Faithfully Created said it yesterday. She said it beautifully because there are four factors or four musts when it comes to being when it comes to having and showing grit. Educator said it makes sense because I'm always busy, hardly productive though. I get it. I get it. Same. Same. There are times where I am. There are times where I am, but there are times where I just caught up and I'm like a hamster wheel on a cycle. I'm not getting anywhere. A hamster on a hamster wheel going in the cycle, not getting anywhere. Good morning. Welcome in. All right. It says these are the four musts for grit. The four musts for grit. Um, Number one, you have to ask yourself, is this interesting? Or let's put that into action. This is interesting. If it's not interesting, it's not worth it. This is interesting. Number two, this is important. This is important. Number three, the third factor for grit is I can do this. I can do this. And number four is the execution. I know what to do next. I know what to do next. So you see, the first three are engagement. This is interesting. This is important. I can do this. Those three are engagement, okay? Because you're preparing for that action. This is interesting. If it's not interesting, are you going to show grit? If it's not something that's important to you, are you going to persevere? Number two, is this important? I just talked about that. Number three, I can do this. We also talked about yesterday of training as a world-class athlete. And we're training as a world-class athlete because we're training the most powerful part of our being, which is our mind. So I can do this. And number four is I know what to do next. So you have your plan of action and you know what to do next to reach that ultimate goal. And those are the four factors of grit that she talked about. All right, let's see. This is our card. You know, we always end in a card for today. This is our card for today. It's simple. It says, whatever you are, try to be a good one. Whatever you are, try to be a good one. And that's a quote by William Thackeray. William Thackeray. Whatever you are, try to be a good one. Friends, you all have helped me so much this morning. You know that I so enjoy getting on here and sharing my time of reflection and setting the intention for the day with you all. And it's probably selfish of me because I tend to get so much out of it. So I'm happy to share, but you all really, really help me. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's get our intentions straight for the day. Let's do the things that make a difference for us. Let's take the time to, as they say, take the time to enjoy the view. You know, we don't know how much time we have left. Enjoy the present. Be present in what you do. Educator said, thank you so much. This was needed for me. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. This was needed for me too. It was needed for me too. I appreciate you all. Excuse me. I appreciate you all so much. I've got some sinus drainage today as it's like supposed to be 80 degrees, I think. Bizarre. But anyway, thank you, Faithfully Created. You have an awesome day as well. I'm going to try to catch you later today. I've got a notification, so I'll try to catch you later today. But you all have an amazing day, an amazing day. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on just a second. Let's see where we want to go. All right, I'm gonna do a little something different today. I'm going to because this is someone that anyway, we're gonna raid into a clothing show today. If you can stay for just a minute, drop some elephants in the chat. If it's not your jam, find something else. But I just want to say hello to her. And then I've gotta get ready to go to work anyway. So anyway, you all have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Love each of you, mwah, mwah, as I always say, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, y'all. Bye now. Let's see.